Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, June 2nd. We are looking at window traders market profile of SPY, IWM, and QQQ. Quiet day today. Actually, we have inside days in QQQ, NQ, SPY, and ES. Russell was a bizarre little day. They opened on a gap, drove straight down, only to get 11 wide, raise their pocket, and have two interesting time frames, or three, when H ate away most of the sell tail, only to give it all back and almost take out the day's low. They take out their IB by only 2 cents the entire day. I wouldn't be surprised if Righty has a poor low. We took it out in IWM by 2 cents, so it's not a poor low, but recently IWM has had trouble taking out its IB. It's absolutely fascinating. On another note, they closed just about or right above 228.10. That really important weekly high from March. That's an important level that needs to be won by the bulls. Triple Qs open in balance, ripped up. In A, tried to go higher in C. They filled the single prints from yesterday, and then what happened? They all had a trend day down today until late in the day when M filled it and ripped apart the shorts. SPY and ES, we open in balance, in value, fill the single prints, get no acceptance, just like Triple Q, no acceptance into the upper distribution from yesterday. Trading inside of it and acceptance are two very different things. And because there was no acceptance, I had a great 75 put play short up here because there was no acceptance. So these are things to keep in mind. And like I told the room before I go over my trades, all that happened today is pretty basic. Trading is hard, but we shouldn't complicate things. So what happened? The market was short covering early, then the FOMO buying comes in, and I told the room, if we don't go trend to the upside, these buyers will give it up. So what happened? When F took out E's low, it started the process of the longs getting out. F, G, H. And then what happened at the bottom of the day? The total reverse. Short started piling in, trying to get the day's low. They were successful in J for about 2 seconds, and then they spent 2.5, 3 hours trying to push it down. And what happens when we finally took out K's high and L's high? The shorts gave it up. Don't complicate it. That's exactly what happened today. We're in balance in the weekly and the daily, and we had an inside day. As far as my trades, I didn't take a trade after G period. The only trade I tried to take after G period was a long in J. I was bidding for the 418 calls at about $1.50. Never got them. Went back up, and then it started chopping. I said, that's fine with me. I'm not getting involved in this chopping here, and I did nothing. My best trade was in D, but before I get to that, A period. I did 422 puts in A against the single prints the first time, which worked out when we didn't get there and backed off. Again in B, even though we were one time framing up, I said I will take that short once we filled the single prints because I don't think we're going to go trend yet to the upside. Those are 423 puts. That worked out nice. The best trade by far was D. D took out C's high. I took 25 puts, went higher, took 50, and then rode 75 puts back down. Very nice trade, best trade of the day by far. And my last trade was a small long in G. I was like, well, maybe we'll get an afternoon pullback low. It was hanging there, tried to go back up. H, I still had some when H went up. I thought once if we took out G's high, we can get something. We got nothing, came back down, took it off. I added a couple of times, did okay on it, and that was my last trade of the day. But a good start to the month, both yesterday and today, even though the market didn't provide a lot. I didn't go looking for trades. Destinations for tomorrow, upside. I am going to use H. Even though it's a penny above G, I'm going to use it just as a guide, as an afternoon rally high, 420.53. Then we have today's high, 421.23. And then yesterday's high, 422.72. For the downside, we have today's low of 419.29. So we missed taking out yesterday's low by 9 cents. Then we have 419.20 daily low, 419.12 daily low, and you should have all the other ones down to 417.08. Now here's what's really interesting before we get to the charts. I think they're all still in here. Maybe not. Anyway, let me show you on the charts then. Because remember, We had a very, very tight range last week, $4 and change. And so far we have a tight range this week. But here's where the interesting stuff comes in for me. This is the daily. We're in balance, right? We had an outside day down, which, by the way, was sellers got nothing for it. But we have 3 daily lows. Thursday from last week, Monday of this week, Tuesday of this week, within 17 cents of each other. If sellers are able to take it out and get acceleration to the downside, we should go test last week's low, which is the 417.08 level. However, on the upside, it's just as dicey. We have yesterday's high of 422.72. We have a weekly high of 422.74. And then we have the all-time high of 422.82. So within 10 cents of each other, we have a monthly high, a weekly high, and right now this is this week's high. So we said in the room, these things are so close to each other. Would anybody be surprised if you took out both of them, the all-time high, these 3 daily highs and these 3 daily lows? I wouldn't be surprised. I guess the question is which one gets taken out first and how we react. Tomorrow could give some good clues because we have an inside day. So when we come out of it, you go with it and monitor it for continuation or lack of. And then don't forget, Friday we have the non-farm payroll number, and I'm also see that Mr. Jay Powell is speaking at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday morning. Quiet day, but a profitable day and a great educational day inside of CamelbackTrading.org's voice channel room. Come give us a try. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.